Okay, good morning all. Now we go for Gauss law, which is in electrostatics. We know that the charge means Q. The charge Q emanates the flux, electric flux phi. What is electric flux? Psi it is. A charge Q emanates an electric flux psi, which is equal to the total charge, This is the proved by Faraday's experiment, that is Gauss law. The electric flux passing through any closed surface is equal to total charge enclosed by that surface. That is the statement of Gauss law. The Gauss law states that, already in intermediate you studied that, the Gauss law. The Gauss law states that the electric flux, a charge Q produces electric flux psi. You know that. The Gauss law states that electric flux passing through any charge, any closed surface, is equal to the total charge enclosed by that surface. Suppose the charge Q is there inside of any closed surface. What is the electric flux coming from this closed surface is the charge Q. That is the Gauss law. The Gauss law states that the electric flux passing through any closed surface is equal to the total charge enclosed by that surface. That is known as Gauss law. If a point charge plus Q or a point of line charge is carrying plus or moved inside of the sphere, consider a sphere. అంటే గాస్ లా ఏం చెప్తుంది? ద గాస్ లా ఫారడేస్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ నుంచి మనం కనుక్కున్నారు ఇది. అంటే టోటల్ ఫ్లక్స్ ఎమినేటింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎనీ క్లోజ్డ్ సర్ఫేస్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు టోటల్ ఛార్జ్ అన్నమాట. ఎంత ఫ్లక్స్ వస్తుంటుంది అనేది గాస్ లా చెప్తుంది. ద టోటల్ ఫ్లక్స్ ఎమినేటింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎనీ క్లోజ్డ్ సర్ఫేస్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ద టోటల్ ఛార్జ్ ఎన్క్లోజ్డ్ బై దట్ సర్ఫేస్. The electric flux passing through any closed surface is equal to total charge enclosed by that surface. అంటే గాస్ లా ఏమే, ఒక ఛార్జ్ ఉంటే ఛార్జ్ Q if it is there in a closed surface, then no total flux emanating from that surface is equal to ఈ ఛార్జ్ ఎంత ఉంటుందో అంత ఫ్లక్స్ వస్తుంటుంది అని చెప్తున్నారు. Faraday's experiment lead to a law that is called Gauss law. Okay, if any charge, not only a point charge, if it is a line charge, irregular charge also, instead of assume that a sphere having radius r, consider a sphere of radius r. A point charge plus Q located at its center. A point charge plus Q is located at its center. The total flux radiated outwards and passing through the total surface area of the sphere is same as the charge plus Q. The charge plus Q which is inside of the sphere, which is enclosed by the sphere. The total charge enclosed by the sphere is Q. The charge produces psi, electric flux psi. That is psi equal to Q. That is the Gauss law. If the point charge plus Q or a part of line charge, suppose if a part of line charge, it is a line charge is there inside plus Q, total line charge, a part of line charge carrying plus Q or moved inside of a sphere, if a line charge is moved, still the total flux radiating outwards from the surface of the sphere remains same as Q. ఇక్కడ లోపల ఏ ఛార్జ్ అన్నా ఉండొచ్చు, వాట్ ఎవర్ బి ద ఛార్జ్ ఇన్సైడ్, total flux emanating from the sphere is equal to total charge. That is a experiment from Faraday's experiment, that is led to Gauss law it is. Okay, what is the statement? The statement, electric flux passing through any closed surface is equal to total charge enclosed by that surface. That is the Gauss law. Now we go for mathematical representation of Gauss law. How to represent a Gauss law? We know that electric flux density D. Electric flux is psi per unit area is known as electric flux density. And we know that electric field intensity, we know what are the different types of charge distributions. Now we go for mathematical representation of Gauss law. how to represent or proof of Gauss law. The Gauss law states that the total flux emanating from any closed surface, the total flux emanating from any closed surface is equal to total charge enclosed by that surface. Already you saw the Gauss law where you saw the where you listen the Gauss law in intermediate. I think you watched that. You recall the Gauss law. The Gauss law states that total flux psi which is emanated from any closed surface is equal to the total charge enclosed by that surface. The charge electrostatics via the Gauss law. The Gauss law can be applicable for any magnetostatics or magnetic field, because the electric flux is phi, magnetic flux is electric flux is psi, and magnetic flux is phi. Is it possible for Gauss law for magnetostatics? That we will go for third unit. The Gauss law for electrostatics and magnetostatics. Okay. Now we go for mathematical representation of Gauss law. The Gauss law can be represented how? Simply a formula, that is d dot ds equal to q, the total integral d dot ds. What is electric flux? D. The electric flux is d. The electric flux is d, and in any differential surface area ds. Assume that is the proof of Gauss law. Now we go for it. Is very important. What is the proof of Gauss law, or how can you represent the Gauss law in integral form, in differential form? That is the mathematical representation of Gauss law. Okay, now we go for mathematical representation of Gauss law. Consider, we are considering any object that is not only sphere. Consider irregular surface. ఇక్కడ ఒక ఇర్రెగ్యులర్ సర్ఫేస్ తీసుకుంటున్నాం. నాట్ ఓన్లీ స్పియర్ లేకపోతే సిలిండర్ అలాంటివే కాకుండా ద గాస్ లా కెన్ బి అప్లికబుల్ ఫర్ ఎనీ ఇర్రెగ్యులర్ క్లోజ్డ్ సర్ఫేస్ అయి ఉండాలి. ఓపెన్ సర్ఫేస్ కాదు, ఇన్ ఎనీ క్లోజ్డ్ సర్ఫేస్ అయి ఉండాలి. కన్సిడర్ an object of irregular shape. The shape of the object is irregular. You can see the shape of the object. The shape of the object is irregular. This is the shape of the object. The total charge enclosed by that enclosed surface is plus q, or q coulombs. The q coulombs is the total charge enclosed by that surface. The total charge enclosed by that surface is q coulombs. Assume that it may be in the form of distribution. ఎలాగైనా ఉండొచ్చు. లైన్ ఛార్జ్ అయి ఉండొచ్చు, లేకపోతే వాల్యూమ్ ఛార్జ్ అయి ఉండొచ్చు, సర్ఫేస్ ఛార్జ్ అయి ఉండొచ్చు, ఏ ఛార్జ్ అయినా తీసుకోవచ్చు. ఇట్ మే బీ ఎనీ ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్. ద టోటల్ ఫ్లక్స్ దట్ హ్యాస్ టు పాస్ త్రూ ద క్లోజ్ సర్ఫేస్ ఈస్ క్యూ. మనం గాస్ లా ప్రకారం ఏం చెప్తుంది? టోటల్ ఫ్లక్స్ ఎంత పోతుంటుంది? ఎనీ క్లోజ్ సర్ఫేస్ ఈస్ క్యూ. ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫ్లక్స్ ఆల్సో psi ఈక్వల్ టు క్యూ. దట్ ఈస్ ద నార్మల్ గాస్ లా. psi ఈక్వల్ టు electric flux, psi equal to total charge is q. That is not a mathematical representation, it is one representation. Psi equal to q, that is the Gauss law only. Gauss law in differential form, Gauss law in integral form ఎలా చూపిస్తాం అనేది ఇక్కడ మనం డిస్కస్ చేయబోతున్నాం. The total charge enclosed by the regular surface is q. Okay, now we assume that total charge to irregular closed surface is this one, irregular closed surface. Okay, it is irregular closed surface. Consider a small differential surface ds. It is the total surface area s. Consider a small differential area ds. It is the ds at a point p. At any point, if you consider any point p, it is a point p we consider, the point p. As the surface is irregular, the direction of d is as well as magnitude is going to change from point to point. Surface is irregular kabatti the magnitude of electric flux density, the electric flux density d bar equal to psi by a. Because the surface is irregular, the electric flux d bar magnitude and direction all as well as change from point to point of the surface. అంటే ఈ సర్ఫేస్ ఇర్రెగ్యులర్ కాబట్టి, okay, the surface is irregular, hence the magnitude d bar will be changes from point to point on the surface. The surface ds under the consideration can be represented in the vector form. ఈ వెక్టర్ ఫామ్లో ఎలా రిప్రజెంట్ చేయొచ్చు ఈ dsని? and electric flux d bar. నార్మల్గా ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫ్లక్స్ d bar కెన్ బి రిప్రజెంటెడ్ నార్మల్ టు ద సర్ఫేస్. నార్మల్ టు ద సర్ఫేస్ అంటే 90 డిగ్రీస్తో ఉంటుంది సర్ఫేస్కి. అండ్ an is the unit vector. an is the normal to the surface ds at point p. ds equal to, we can write ds equal to ds vector, surface unit vector ds bar equal to ds an. The unit vector is ds an, that where an is normal to the surface ds at point p. The normal to the surface is in two directions, but only directed outwards in considered as required. Here the an can be not the normal up to the surface is in two directions. Two directions ఉంటుంది నార్మల్, ఇలా అయినా పెట్టచ్చు నార్మల్. The normal going into the closed surface at point is not required. Into the normal, ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫ్లక్స్ ఇలా ఎంటర్ అవుతుంది, ఆ నార్మల్ అవసరం లేదు. The flux density at point P is d and its direction is such that it makes an angle theta with the normal to the direction at point P. It makes an angle theta. Electric flux d bar ఇలా వెళ్తుంటే the normal component, unit vector normal, that is passed or making an angle theta angle base pass చేస్తుంటే the flux d phi అంటే ds కాబట్టి it is a ds అంటే dsలో పోయే సర్ఫేస్ ఏరియా, ds is the differential surface area. dsలో ఉండే ఫ్లక్స్ ఏమవుతుంది, d psi is the differential flux in differential surface area ds. The flux d psi passing through surface area ds is the product of components. d psi we can write as d psi equal to, it is the product of its components in direction to normal to the ds and d psi. d psi we can write as dn ds. It is the product. d psi is, what is the psi? You know that d equal to psi by a. అంటే d psi ఏమవుతుంది, d psi డిఫరెన్షియేషన్స్ అప్లై చేసామనుకోండి ఇక్కడ both numerator and denominator, if you apply the differentiation d psi by dA you will get. Okay, now dA మనం ఏమంటున్నాం, ఏరియానే ds అంటున్నాం. ఓకే, ఫ్రమ్ దట్ ds ఈక్వల్ టు ఏమవుతుంది, d psi ఈక్వల్ టు d ఇంటూ ds. అంటే ఈ ఈక్వేషన్ నుంచి we can write like this. Okay, d psi equal to dn normal to the surface dn, we assume that dn ds, where dn is the component of d bar in the direction of normal, component of electric flux density in the direction of normal. Okay, are you assume that, are you understand this? You have to assume the electric flux along the normal component. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ ఏం చేసాం, మనం క్లోజ్డ్ ఇర్రెగ్యులర్ సర్ఫేస్ తీసుకున్నాం. ఒక పాయింట్ ఛార్జ్ q ఉందనుకుంటే, ఏ పాయింట్ ఛార్జ్ q is inside of the any irregular surface. ఆ ఇర్రెగ్యులర్ సర్ఫేస్లో ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫ్లక్స్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది, ఇర్రెగ్యులర్గా ఉంటుంది. ఒక పాయింట్ p దగ్గర p ఈజ్ ఇన్ ద ds డిఫరెన్షియల్ సర్ఫేస్ ఏరియా. టోటల్ సర్ఫేస్ ఏరియా ఎందుకు తీసుకుంటున్నాం అంటే, ఒక పాయింట్ దగ్గర తీసుకొని దాన్ని ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేసామనుకోండి. ఇఫ్ యూ ఇంటిగ్రేట్ ds, total surface area we will get. Okay, now we know that d equal to d psi by dA, we can write like that, d equal to psi by a or d equal to d psi by dA. In normal direction, what is the electric flux density, dn equal to d psi by dA, that we written. Okay, from the figure, ఆ ఫిగర్ ఆల్రెడీ ఉంటే మీరు చూస్తే dn, we can write dn as, we can write dn from the figure, it is dn, we can write dn as d bar, magnitude of d bar. We can write dn is the, where dn is the component of d bar, electric flux density component in normal direction to the normal surface area ds. And dn we can write as, from the diagram will be, how the diagram will be, it is a ds, a point p is there inside, and an and d bar. The angle we assumed that theta it is. It is a differential surface area. It is a total inside. Total irregular surface area it is, we assumed that. From the figure we can write dn equal to, how can we write dn? Normal direction d bar cos theta. If you apply the cos theta for this, you can write d bar cos theta dn equal to. Therefore, d psi we can write as d psi we can write as d bar cos theta ds. How we are obtaining this? ds, what is d psi? Psi equal to d dot d into ds we can write as, or d into a, where we can write what is electric flux density, d equal to psi by a, it is a ds or d, electric flux density. Okay, we have to remember what is psi or what is dA. We have to remember what is dA, what is d bar. D bar is d equal to psi by a. d bar equal to psi by a. దీని నుంచి d psi ఏమవుతుంది? d psi equal to d into ds, but we are assuming that theta is the angle. From the d psi equal to d bar cos theta ds we can write. From the definition of dot product, what is the dot product? A dot b between two vectors of dot product is a magnitude of a, magnitude of b. Suppose a and b two are vectors, the dot product of two vectors a dot b equal to magnitude of a, magnitude of b and cos of theta ab. That is the magnitude of a vector magnitude, b vector magnitude into cos of angle between the two vectors a and b. Okay, and the angle cos theta is the angle between a and b. Suppose the two vectors it is the theta, we assumed that. From that we can write d bar ds cos theta, equal to d dot ds అని రాయొచ్చు. అంటే డాట్ ప్రోడక్ట్ నుంచి మనకు వచ్చింది ఫార్ములా. magnitude of d bar, it is a magnitude of d bar ds cos theta equal to d dot ds అని రాసుకోవచ్చు. అంటే d and ds magnitude ఏముంటుంది? మామూలు సర్ఫేస్ ఏరియా magnitude అలాగే ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ds cos theta d dot ds. From that d dot ds we can write as d psi equal to d dot ds. అంటే differential flux in surface area ds is d dot ds we can write. అంటే we assumed that d psi is one differential element, we assume that d psi, ds లో ఉండే ఫ్లక్స్ వచ్చి d psi. Therefore d psi equal to d dot ds. This is the flux passing through incremental surface area or differential surface area ds. Hence the total flux passing through entire closed surface is to be obtained by finding the surface integration of this equation. Okay, if you want total flux ఏం చేయాలి? d psi ని ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేస్తే టోటల్ ఫ్లక్స్ వస్తుంది కదా. అంటే psi ఈక్వల్ టు ఇంటిగ్రేషన్, ఇఫ్ యూ అప్లై ద బోత్ సైడ్ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్, d psi ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ ఏమవుతుంది? psi అవుతుంది. దట్ ఈస్ psi ఈక్వల్ టు ఇంటిగ్రల్ d psi ఈక్వల్ టు surface integral d dot ds. Okay, this is the integral form of Gauss law. The closed surface sign indicates that integration over the closed surface. This closed surface integral is integration over the closed surface and is called closed integral. Closed surface integral it is called. Are you understand this? It is a closed surface integral. Has such a closed surface over the integration, equation 6 is carried out in Gaussian surface. This equation, if you assume number of equations, it is a Gaussian surface. If you apply the Gauss law for surface area, it is the Gaussian surface. Okay, Therefore d dot ds equal to q. It is. Now irrespective of the shape of the surface, assume that the surface of the any sphere or irrespective of the surface, the total flux passing through surface is equal to total charge enclosed by that surface. That is the Gauss law. Psi equal to closed integral surface integral closed surface integral d dot ds equal to q, that equal to charge enclosed. The charge enclosed, it is the Gauss law integral form. This is the mathematical representation of Gauss law. We can write Gauss law for different charge distributions. This is the mathematical representation of Gauss law. We have to remember this. The surface integral d dot ds equal to q. Okay, this formula, ఈ ఫార్ములానే మనకు చాలా యూజ్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది.